Yes, lads, welcome back to another video on the channel. So, we don't have any promo this week, or there's no leaks, or there's no anything about a new promo, which can either mean a couple of things, right? And probably some good investments to make. One, fodder. Fodder should rise, and players out of packs should normally rise, but we are going into the weekend league, so being liquid as well is probably a good choice. But for me, I'm probably going to invest in a bit more fodder. Because I think what happened last time is when there's no promo or nothing like that, we normally get a few SBCs that put the market up. So if it's like an icon or a heroes or just something to push it up, maybe a few player of the months, things like that. There are player of the months leaked. There's also a Higuain leaked to come out. But everyone we sold a few Smiths. Right, we've still got loads to sell, right? But we've got a Wan-Bissaka we bought for 125. We flipped for 140. Smith Rose we picked up for like 45k. One I did pick up for 58, which we lost out on, but the other four we made profit on. Some Herreras we picked up for like 10.5, some we picked up for 13. The ones I picked up for 13 were like ages ago. So about half of them we made profit on, half of them we did lose out on, and I've just got rid of them. Dalots, we've made coins on Dalot. Just been trying to lazy sell him and they've been actually listing. He's got an 84 now and that looks pretty nice. This card is still solid for me as well, so the 84 I wouldn't actually mind getting it. 85s are up a little bit as well, they're about 11k now. Yeah, I saw Jamie Vardy's just before the little rise, and then we picked up some Sané's for 29. I thought that was too cheap at 29. He's about 33, 34, so it's not too bad. He was in my team of the week pack that I've already got. And then we went and bought a load of Hurricanes for like 30, 31k. Now what I've done is if we do get a icon SBC, we get some SBC that people want to do and it's high rated, fodder should rise quite nicely. Fodder is probably always the best investment to make anyway, because no matter what they do, kind of fodder is always going to go up. It's just the way it is. People buy into them cards and they have to do the SBC, so that's what you're going to see here. And we've got a few Dalots there. What else have I got in the team to sell? I think I've got Kevin De Bruyne still to sell. I've got Gomez still to sell, and that's about it. So we should, once it's all in, we should be in the profit margin. We started on about £1 million when we started investing. We should be on about 1.2, 1.1. So it's not too bad. Now, players that do look good to invest in at the moment, we do have a few leaks. End of an era Higuain, which, give me 2 seconds, here we go, which is a very good card. And if I do the old gen because I can't play on the new gen, I don't like it. If he's a lengthy or whatever, I don't know how to work that out, but this card will be very expensive. We also do have a player a month, Lewandowski, so that's a very nice card as well. I do like that card. So fodder should start, if we do get no promo and we start getting the likes of these, and we also get a few SBCs, the market should actually rise with fodder. Now 85s are a bit high at the moment. I mean, they can normally hit about 13, 12, but that's like a proper rise. I think 86s are probably worth more than it. I would go with 86s, not 85s at the moment. And I do like 89s because they're only about 30k, which on a rise, and when they're in demand, they're about 38, 37, so it's a bit more profit there. So I do like 89s. 89s and 86s, I think that's not too bad, because if we go and have a look at them now and where they could be, like 16k that they went up to last, and they're only about 30. You can probably get them for about 13 on Snipe. But yeah, I still like 89s. I think 89s is probably where your money, your coins are going to come up more. You obviously have to have more coins to invest in, but let's have a look. When they're in demand, they're like, they're more than 36 because we've seen that. I mean, they dip down. They can dip down to about 26. Yeah, 37 there. So they can dip actually quite nice. Rise quite nice, sorry. But with these out of pack cards as well, these new, if we go to squads, go down to Rule Breakers 2, because these are the ones. No, it's not Rule Breakers. What's in packs at the moment? Squads, we've got out of positions. These cards should start rising nicely, or they could rise nicely. Now, Reece James, I think he's about 146 after being a steady like 1.5. So we could see this card over the weekend go to 1.6, 1.7 possibly, as people are just buying him for their teams to try out. It wouldn't be surprising Fofana could be one as well, because people would most likely change him in game anyway. He can go to a CDM anyway, which a lot of people are going to put him anyway. Start with 5 at the back and just change their formation in game. But I mean, he's a steady he's been steady at like 103. He's about 104 now, so he's actually on the rise a little bit. So we could see about 115 for Fofana. But again, I'm not saying it is going to happen. It's probably best to stay liquid, because there is going to be a crash with Black Friday, the World Cup mode, all of that. That's probably going to crash the market a lot. And then we've got the foot heroes that are in demand. These cards are still like a naughty price for it. We've got Havertz up there. Ramos is 400k now. Payet's 104. What's Tony? Tony's about 25, so there's still demand for Tony. Smith Rowe's up to 52. He went up nicely. The Crocs, again, could be a good one. I do like Smith Rowe because he can go to a cam. I do like Sanchez as well, because the 83k could be a little bit expensive. I say that, it could rise. And it is more likely going to rise than to drop. There's nothing really to panic the market at the moment, so these cards will probably start rising, and cards people want to use. As of Team of the Week, it's not the best Team of the Week, let's be honest. The only one I would actually want from here, this guy, don't get out of this card, is 130 something K. Obviously it's Mane, right? Osimhen is okay, I suppose, but for me, it's what's Callum Wilson? Yeah, for me it's Dalot, or I wouldn't even use Osimhen, to be honest with you. Yeah, it's probably Dalot that I would want. Dalot or Mane, but Dalot's price, we've seen it with his 82. It's a very good card when it came out. So if we can click on it. He did rise a little bit yesterday as well. That's where I sold mine. But he went down straight to 17k and just tumbled after that. His 84 went up to 60k last night. It's about 39. Yes, 39 now. So we've had rewards. I can imagine this card maybe hit about 45, and then throughout the weekend just coming down, because it's probably going to be in everyone's pack, to be honest. Well, not in everyone's pack, but it ain't going to be that hard to pack. And then as of these golds, these higher tier golds, I think they're just going to drop. Maybe not this weekend. If you buy them during this weekend, they could rise going into tomorrow and Saturday. But yeah, after that, I think there's just going to be some kind of panic. And it's been quite quiet from EA, so I think there's going to be something that will probably crash the market a little bit, maybe an SBC, fodder to rise. Anthony's doing good at 320k. That's quite mad. And what we've seen is a different trend this year. So we've seen, like, last year we would have seen the hype into it, and then it gets upgraded, and then it tumbles down. The hype this year is like the complete opposite, where he tumbles. He doesn't even tumble. Like, he go up, let's say he was like 290, 280, he went to 300k, and then he come down to about 290 again, and then now he's up to 320. So that's pretty mad. Normally we'd see him at like 220, 230, but he's actually just gone up and up, which this year it's a bit different. The market reads a bit differently, and I don't know if that's because everyone's on the same market or what. But yeah, I am looking forward to if they do this Higuain. I think he's actually a pretty good card. It should push the market up. So for me, the likes of like Casemiro, Kane, players like that, they should start coming up a little bit, because if it's like an 80, I mean, they could run an 88 rated team, right? Which it wouldn't surprise me. In 87, they have been quite cheap this year, SBCs, but they're going to start getting more expensive as the game starts going on, because people accumulate more coins. So there's no reason they wouldn't up the rating on these squads. But yeah, I mean, for like Messi, I've done on the wrong one. For like the Messi SBC, or some of these SBCs, right? Icardi's only like 33k, he's an 87, right? Which is, I mean, it's pretty good value. But then this 86 is 58k. So it's a real weird one. And right guard's 231k. Again, it's It's not bad. Lampard's 110k. It gets quite cheap, to be honest with you, because a lot of people have, and it's only 700k for Messi. Yeah, a lot of people have untradables anyway, so it doesn't even cost them that. And then you've got an 88 rated team's only coming in at 198k, 87's 142, an inform with an 87's 151. So yeah, it's not too bad, but I do expect some of the fodder to go up. I think that's probably the best investment you can make. If you want to buy players for your teams, by all means do. I think you'll probably make coins out of that. But for me, I do like 86s. No, I don't. What do I like better? 87s. Well, they're coming down now. So 86s at about 12.5. I think that's actually a pretty good price. And then 88's about 21. I think that's a good price. And anything under 30k or under for 89s is pretty good. I don't think you can go wrong with that. But that's going to be it for the video, lads. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.